I've literally got a tear rolling down my face. Am I alright? Hello, long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to, I'm just gonna open my blind. That's bright. Oh my god, I can't even stand that close to the window. So it's Friday morning. My camera battery is about to die, which leads me on to my next point. I'm fully driving all the way back to mum's just to get my camera charger so that I can film this vlog. So that is what I'm about to do, because this is gonna die any second, but I'll explain all that later. It's been a very busy week, hence why I've got not much revision done. But like I said, we'll get onto that later on in the vlog. Anyway, look how nice that is. I literally can't see a thing, but so we're back. Have the charger, so that is all good. Get some work done while this camera charges. I've just been doing a couple like YouTube bits for like 20 minutes. I don't really know how long. But yeah, I've just been doing a few bits and bobs. I've had to reply to some emails and stuff. I've still got so many Instagram DMs which I need to go through. I did look at a couple of them this morning, but I haven't replied to anything yet. So I'll do that later on today. I don't know what it is at the minute, like recently. Just YouTube's been hectic. I don't know why. Just like all of a sudden I've had like loads of things come out of nowhere and it's just got a bit busy. I now obviously need to do some form of revision. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm looking at my to-do list and I feel very overwhelmed. I don't really know where to start. So I'm so excited. This literally just arrived a couple minutes ago. So I thought I'd film it now. I just want to point out they have actually sent this to me, but I'm not being paid to say it. If you haven't heard of this brand before, I've seen them loads. They're now in like Topshop, and yeah, I think they're on Pretty Little Thing as well, but don't hold me to that. I have tried quite a few different lip glosses and stuff like that, which are meant to make your lips look bigger and like give the effect of having lip fillers, and I'm not gonna lie, I've never really liked many of them. Either I just don't like them, or one that I do like, it doesn't really do that much. Okay, so how cute. They have sent me one of the glosses. How nice is this packaging? So yeah, that is what it's like when you open it up, and inside is the gloss, which I love. How cute is the packaging? I just love that it's clear and plain. So it's Saturday morning. I literally shoved the first thing I found this morning, which was a jumper I was wearing yesterday. So I had to rush out this morning, and it's still quite early and I've literally just got home. I'm not gonna lie, I'm never up ready this early on a Saturday and actually doing stuff. Normally I'm like still lounging around the house. But she was ringing me because this had been left for me. I had no idea, like how nice are they? Like, oh my god. I don't know, I'm assuming I need to take them up this and like put them in a vase or something. But yeah, I come home to like this left and the card and everything. I was so confused because the card went in the same place the flowers were, so I couldn't find the card. No one could do anything that's nice for me without me crying about it. Like, I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm meant to be going out with Lauren in like 20 minutes. I need to sort myself out. We're going for a Nando's, which I'm very excited about. So I went out for lunch with Lauren, and then we went shopping after, and I completely forgot to film anything, so job well done. Lauren got me my lunch, bless her. It's just like a little well done thing for, oh my god. I still haven't said. Oh, I'm a nightmare. I need to sort myself out. Right, I promise you I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. I'm going to try and do some work now. If you know anything about this book, you know it's actually awful, so wish me luck. I feel like this vlog's so long already, and it's just so happened that the thing that this vlog's actually about is going to be spoke about right at the end, so sorry about that. I'll explain everything then, and then we're going to see my nan and granddad, which I'm so excited about. I'm excited to see him anyway, but more excited because of the thing I'll see tomorrow, because yeah. And then we're going to see them. We're going to go out for dinner together. I don't know how to start this. So the way this video is meant to go, you're meant to have seen a vlog, which was from a couple weeks ago for me, and then you're meant to see this. I just haven't had the time to get around to actually filming this and sitting down and chatting and explaining everything. Been a bit busy, you know, a little bit of a revision, not that much. Quite a few mental breakdowns. I don't even know how to say this, this is really awkward. Let's go way back. I, as some of you all know, applied to university to do maths with, they're all a bit different, but it's like maths of management or like maths of financial management. You get the gist. I've chose my firm insurance. They're both good unis. I like one a lot more than the other. But as time has gone on, obviously I applied for that back on, it was like back in October, because I did it before the October 15th deadline. This is literally ages ago. And as time has gone on, I've realised I really don't want to go. But I was like, well, if I don't go to uni, then what am I going to do? So yeah, then basically I had to have a bit of a think, have a bit of a brainstorm and be like, right, what am I actually going to do? At first, I was just like, oh, I don't know if I want to go to university and do maths for another 3 years. Don't sound too fun. But then as, just dropped my phone on the floor. As time went on, it actually become into like I really don't want to go. So I was always planning on applying for like apprenticeships and stuff, so that on results day I had options. I didn't quite realise that in that length of time I was going to change my mind about going to university. I've been like through the motions with it. If you like go back to like end of year 12 and yeah, like end of year 12, I like was adamant I wasn't gonna go to university because I really didn't like the idea of it. And then I was like, actually, as I started looking around them and stuff, I was like, this ain't that bad. And then I went off the idea of it again. So that happened over like numerous months. It didn't happen overnight. And it's something I want to talk a lot more about on my channel, because university is pushed so much. Especially like in school, there was so much pressure for me to go to university. Like it's just pushed so much, and I don't think it's necessarily right. Let me tell you, applying for apprenticeships, it's not easy. If you go back like 2-3 months, I'd hit a massive brick wall. Like I just didn't know what to do anymore, because this was the point when I was like, I really don't want to go to university, but I've been declined by every company under the sun, like whether it be like assessment center stages, interview stages, video interview stages. Like I wasn't getting like the door shut at the first stage, at the first hurdle. It was like a lot later down the line. But it's literally just because sometimes like your values and what you want doesn't align with the company's values, and like every company is so different. And that's what you've got to realize. You've got to realize you're not doing anything wrong. And for me, I had to get past that point of like hitting a brick wall and like push past that, which was like the hardest bit, was push through that hard time to then realize I am good enough and that I will get the right job. And now that I'm looking back, I completely understand why I got rejected from so many opportunities and so many companies. We've got to call them company A and company B. So company A, the first one, I done a video interview and I done that in November, and it got to January and I still hadn't heard from them. So I emailed them just being like, is there an update? And they said they were still looking at applications. So many other people in my school also applied for this company, and quite a few had been rejected by this point. There was a couple of us that were on the same stage, and only one had heard from them, and he was like put on like a waiting list. He hadn't got through to the final stage, but they told him he was on a waiting list or something like that. But none of us had heard from them, so I was like, okay, if he's been told already, then I guess I've been rejected. And then I applied back in January for a different one. Now this is a little bit different. Someone that I know works for the company, and they knew that I was applying for apprenticeships. So she spoke to the person who run this program, the associates program at their company, and said like, would I be able to apply, and that I'm really interested in stuff. And it turns out the program is actually a graduate program. So typically you'd like graduate from university, you'd have the degree, and then you'd go work for them on this program. It's kind of like an apprenticeship, but you do it at graduate level. Like that is the people who normally apply, but he said like, you don't need a degree, and even though I'm a lot younger and I don't have a degree, he'd still consider my application. So I went through all the application process. I had to write an essay, and then I got the email to say that I'd been given an interview. And this was the furthest I'd got with any of the applications I've done. I've had like interviews and stuff before, I've got to that stage, but there would normally be like quite a few stages after that, whereas this was like the second to last stage, as in you'd have, if you got through this interview, you'd have one more interview. That interview on the Tuesday, and just before this interview had happened, the first company, that's the second company I was talking about, the first company had sent me an email to say I have been invited to the final stage assessment. What? I was literally mind blown. It was just like everything happened at once. I suddenly had 2 companies on the go. It was the furthest point that I had got to with any of the applications I'd done. Anyway, so I then had this other interview, which was originally meant to be a couple weeks earlier, but it got pushed back. So this was on the Thursday. Now, everything then went a little bit. I had the interview at company B, the second company, on the Tuesday. And if they called me back for the final round of interviews, which was a big deal, that interview would then have been on the Thursday. I had my other interview for the first company on the Thursday, and lo and behold, what happened? I was literally stood outside the office after my interview on Tuesday, and I got the phone call straight away to be like, we really want you to come back and have this second lot of interviews. I then had an issue because I had 2 interviews for 2 different companies on the Thursday at the same time. I managed to work it out so that I had 45 minutes to get across London to get to the other one, and I managed to do it. Looking back like now, can you imagine if I hadn't have gone to one of the interviews? 5 separate interviews by 5 different people, so I've been interviewed by 10 people at this point. Like, I'm not even talking like a panel interview, I'm talking like one interview, then another interview, then another interview. Went to the other place, had some food along the way, like literally as I was on the tube. Got there, we then had like an assessment centre, and oh yeah, so I walked in and I thought, because I'd been to a very similar company back in January and had an assessment day there, and there was literally like 30-40 of us, and that was only one of the sessions. There was like multiple sessions. I expected this to be the same. I got there and there was me and 2 other girls sat there, and I was literally like, this lady was like to come over and started talking to us, and I said to her like, oh, do you know how many people are going to be here? And she was like, oh, I think this is it. And by this point, let me tell you, inside I was like screaming. I just couldn't believe I managed to get that far. Like, out of all the people that applied, I managed to get down to the last 3 that had been chosen for the interview. And I was like, wow, like, even if I don't get this is an achievement within itself. Anyway, I had like an assessment centre thing, which is like a group activity, and then I had to wait a bit for my interview, so I went and got like a drink, and then I come back, and then I had an hour interview. I had to do a presentation, and yeah, and then I was like, oh my gosh, come out of it, I was like, I'm so proud of myself. It's like, I literally don't even care. Like, I just felt like it was such an achievement. I was like, I was so proud of myself. It was a hard day. If you've ever done interviews like that, you will know they're tiring, and the fact I had to do so many in one day, I was literally just, I was done. I went and got on McDonald's because I was literally starving. Come home, was pigging out on my McDonald's, like literally I had so much food. And I'd only just finished eating, and then my phone rang, and it was like a number which obviously I didn't really know. Normally it's just like a scam, like PPI or something. And then I answered. It wasn't even like someone from HR, it was like the actual lady who interviewed me, ringing me to say she wanted to offer me the job. I honestly was gobsmacked. If you know me, you know that I always have something to say. I talk way too much, as you can tell by this video. Just chat, like, I've literally got a tear rolling down my face. Am I alright? And I literally was absolutely speechless. I couldn't believe it. Like, this company, which is the first company that I said, I always knew I wanted to apply for them because I knew they were such a good company. The apprenticeship scheme that they offer is literally amazing, and I just knew I was always going to apply for them, and it was the one that I kind of had my heart set on from the beginning. I've never known anyone to have got a job at this company from my sixth form. I know ones that have gone to very similar companies. It's in financial services, so it's not that hard to figure out. And I knew I always really wanted an opportunity like that, but I just never thought it would be me. Like, I never thought I was going to be that girl at school. I don't know if you know Amy, but she went and worked at, do you know what I mean? Like, I never thought that would be me. I was literally couldn't believe it, and when I come off the phone to her, my dad had figured out like what the phone call was, and he come running into my room, and I literally burst into tears. I wasn't even happy at first. I just started crying because I was like, oh my god, like, I just couldn't believe it happened to me. Like, I felt like it was too good to be true, and I felt like I'm not good enough for that, which is ridiculous. But as we're getting to the end of this, my camera battery's flashing, so I've got to hurry up. And then everyone started saying to me, this was on the Thursday still, what would you do if the second company B, what would you do if the second company offered you the job? And I literally didn't want to think about it. My dad kind of said, Amy, I think you should, just in case. I literally had no idea what to do. On the Monday, I got another phone call. I've been offered the graduate job. What? I literally couldn't believe it. Hundreds of graduates applied. Hundreds of people who were at least 21, who had a degree, had applied for 4 jobs, and I got offered one of them. 17-year-old Amy, who's straight out of sixth form, with no qualifications other than a few GCSEs. What? I can't even believe I'm making this video. It's actually mad. I literally can't believe it. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to have to turn either of them down. They're the most amazing opportunities, and okay, my camera battery just died. So yeah, I'm so glad like I don't have to go to university now. I don't know which one. I'm starting to feel like maybe I do know which one I'm gonna pick, but I don't want to say yet. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I just wanted to update you guys because I feel like you have come on this journey with me, and I can't wait for you to continue coming on this journey with me come September when I'll be starting my job. And yeah, I just need to get the grades now. No pressure. And my camera battery's died yet again, so I think that's a sign to say I've spoke for way too long and I need to end this video. So sorry it's really rambly. If you've made it till the end, let me know, it'd be much appreciated. It's the end of an era and I'm really excited. I'm like, this summer's just gonna be a new start and I cannot wait. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Please literally pray for me, like don't even take that lightly. Pray for me that I get the grades and all will be well, and that I make the right decision as well, because I'm really scared that I'm gonna not make the right one. The fact is my future could end up so different depending on which opportunity I take, and that really scares me. If you're someone who's watching this who knows me and I haven't actually told you that I've got a job yet, sorry, I've tried to tell everyone, but send me a text and we can have a chat. I actually can't wait, honestly. Some celebrations are due over summer, to be honest. I've already been celebrating, who am I kidding? Okay, the camera battery has died again. I love you all loads and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!